So today we're going to learn how to use distributive property to help us solve area problems. So let's review first. Distributive property allows you to decompose one factor. You use the known facts to help you find the products. The vocabulary word that you need to be familiar with here, and I put it in bold in the review, is the word decompose. Decompose means to break apart. So let's take a look at an example of decomposing. We've already done this. So let's take a look. So here's my example. I have a 9x4 array over here, and then I've already set up the problem that 9 times 4 is the same as two numbers multiplied plus two numbers multiplied. So what I'm going to do is take my bigger factor, because that's how I like to do it. I take the bigger factor and I break it into two numbers, one being a friendly number. 5 is a friendly number because it's easy to multiply by 5. So I'm going to divide my 9 rows into 5 and something else. So I'm going to count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, and I'm going to draw a line across. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows remaining. So 5 rows plus 4 rows equals 9 rows. So I know that's correct because I can add those two numbers and they equal my total number of rows. So now I'm going to look at each of these as separate arrays, as smaller arrays. So this one has 5 rows of 4, and this one has 4 rows of 4. So to write this mathematically, we take our first array, which is 5 rows of 4, and then we're going to add it to the other array, which is 4 rows of 4. So I can figure out the math on 9 times 4. I know that it's 36. So I'm going to put 36 down here. Now I'm going to multiply my two expressions first because they're in parentheses. Remember that the parentheses are the door into the problem. You go in through the parentheses. So 5 times 4 is 20. And 4 times 4 is 16. So if I add those together, 20 and 16, I just know it in my head, but you can also say 0 and 6 is 6, and 20 plus 10 is 30. The other way to do it is to stack the numbers. Remember, in 3rd grade, we always stack our addition and subtraction because most of the time, there's either more than one addend or there's more than one digit. So 0 plus 6 is 6, 2 plus 1 is 3. And again, 9 times 4 is 36. So to review, 9 times 4 is the same as 5 rows of 4 plus 4 rows of 4. 36 is the same as 20 plus 16. 36 is the same as 36. And it's all demonstrated right here on this diagram of the array. Okay, let's move on to the next part now. So here is a word problem that you will come across on your test. You will have this word problem, I guarantee, show up on the test. So not this exact one, but word problems like this. So I built a dog run for my dog. It was 6 by 3 feet. I got another dog. I had to increase my yard by 2 more feet on the short side. How many square feet was my new dog run? So first I'm going to draw my dog run. It's a 6 by 3. So I'm going to have a long side here, short side here, and it is 6 by 3. Okay, and I can show that with multiplication, 6 times 3. Now I need to increase my yard. Increase means to make it bigger by 2 more feet on the short side. So I'm going to, in a different color, add 2 more feet here. So this is 2 by 3. Okay. So now I have a distributive property problem. I'm going to make this a little smaller so you can still see the problem and the diagram. I'll go ahead and put it out here to the right. So I'm going to color code this. So my first expression is 6 times 3. I'm going to put that in parentheses. I know I need to add it to my other expression to get the total amount. And so I'm going to, color code this. Two times 3. Sorry if you heard me sniff. I have a little bit of a runny nose, so I was just outside in the cold. Okay, so now I'm going to solve for each expression. So 6 times 3 I know is 18, and I'm going to add that to 2 times 3, which I know is 6. So 18 plus 6, I can stack these to add them up. 18 plus 6. 8 plus 6 is 14. I put down the 4, carry the 1 to the tens place. 1 and 1 is 2, or 10 and 10 is 20. So the answer is 24. Now, the label says square feet. So it's 24 square feet. Sorry, my finger's rubbing on the screen. 24 square feet. That was my finger, that wasn't me. Okay, so that's how we did that one. So let's look at the last example. Oops. Let's do that one. There we go. Oops. Hold on. All right. So let's look at this problem. I'm going to make it a little larger so you can see it better. Makes it easier to mark on too. So I have this area figure where I have 8 meters on one side, 11 meters on the other side, and 11 is a big number to multiply by. So I'm going to make it smaller. I want to make it into a friendlier size, 2 friendlier sizes. So 5 is friendly, but 10 is even friendlier. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a line close to the bottom. So now this part of my array is 8 by 10. Well, I should do 10 by 8 because it's rows and columns. It doesn't matter because of commutative property, but I want to stay consistent. Okay, so this side here is going to be 10 by 8. Okay, so I took the 11 and I made this side 10. This side is 1. So this is a 10 by 8 up here. And then this is a 1 by 8. Now I'm going to write it mathematically. I'm going to take my first expression plus my second expression. And now I'm going to solve it. 10 times 8 is 80, plus 1 times 8 is 8. And this one I can just do in my head. I don't need to stack it. 80 plus 8 is 88. And my label was meters, so they already told me that it's square meters. So the area is 88 square meters. That is how you use distributive property to help you solve area problems.